Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for September 2023. This is for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity. To get more specific and detailed with your reading, Aquarius, I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, hanging out, having a very awkward Aquarius to Aquarius conversation rather than a general spread. I only say that because you know how Aquarians are always asking the questions? Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever had a conversation with another Aquarius? You're always just asking each other questions. You respond in answers or in questions. It's really funny. I don't know. Pay attention to the next time that you're with an Aquarius. Anyway, Aquarius, September, huge month. This is going to be a game-changing month. This is going to be a month that is going to be quite unusual, okay? But you like that, all right? It is going to be, let me tell you what's going to happen. It's very Jekyll and Hyde. The first 2 weeks of September, very different from the last 2 weeks of September, okay? The one common theme that's happening all month long is Mars, all right? So if you saw my last reading, you know that Mars is in Libra, and Mars is going to be in Libra all week long. Now, Mars is a planet of, it rules Aries, right? So as I mentioned, Aries, where does Aries come from? The god of war, Aries, right? So Mars is an aggressive planet. When all the retrogrades are happening, when the entire solar system is retrograde and Mars is blazing forward, like, come on, that's huge. That's huge. And so Mars happens to be in Libra. So the god of war, the aggressive planet, even, planet of ambition and drive and whatnot, but the god of war in a sign of peace and harmony. Mars is in detriment in Libra. Mars does not like being in Libra. Libra's the opposite sign, right? So it really is, it's all up to you, okay? Things can be really aggressive for you, but it's all up to you to control this energy, to contain this energy, to own this energy. Now, Mars is in Libra in your 9th house. Spirituality, your belief system, your the way that you see things, even higher education, learning new things. There could be a lot that you're absorbing right now, okay? A lot of things that are making you see things in a different way as well. Some of y'all could be going back to school. Some of y'all could be thinking about going back to school. Publishing is a big thing for y'all right now too, okay? If you're working on a book, things could get really spicy, all right? If you are even if you're just like a freelance writer, or if you're just starting a website, there could be a lot of activity, right? You could get really busy. And then it also rules long distance travel, so that could be a thing for y'all as well. Thinking about it, and I'm not gonna lie, there's probably a lot of y'all that are probably gonna go on trips. So just remember, Mars can be a little aggressive, right? So there could be some challenging moments. Remember, Mercury is retrograde the first 2 weeks of September, so just expect, as long as you are aware of that and prepared of any delays or miscommunications that could happen, it's easier for you to work with these. Now, I've been saying for every sign, think of you being on a kayak the entire month of September, okay? You're on that kayak with your friends are on it, your family's on it, colleagues on it, and they've all had a little too much to drink, I'm not gonna lie, right? So you've got your friend, Betty over there. She's got a martini glass leaning over this side of the kayak. You got your friend Bradley on this side of the kayak, and he's like he's a mime, and he's like really going nuts, like doing all these like charade kind of stuff. You got your friend Max back there doing the Macarena. I mean, it is your job to keep this kayak balanced, okay? That's all I'm saying. Mars is the disruptor, all right? In Libra, all about balance. So this is the kayak of your life in September, okay? You have to, it is your duty, okay, to keep this kayak balanced, all right? Because there's going to be some things that's going to try to capsize you and knock you over. And I'm not going to lie, some things could get really extreme. It really depends. Every Aquarius is different, right? Everyone has a different birth chart, so it really depends. But some of it could be like really mellow. It's just really how you handle the situation. But a lot of it, honestly, it's going to be internal. And the reason I say that is because, like I said earlier, Mercury is in Virgo in your 8th house. And this is death and rebirth and transformation. So you're going through this transformational process. A lot of it spiritually too, okay? And I want you to ask yourself, what does that even mean for you, right? Spirituality means a lot of different things for a lot of different people, but at the end of the day, just trust your intuition, okay? Just really tap into your intuitive side, and that's going to make all the difference, all right? So keep that in mind. It also rules other people's resources and income, so you could start seeing a lot of activity, especially mid-month. Now, remember what I said. The first 2 weeks are very different, okay? And it's because all the planets are retrograde. So it's like walking through quicksand. It's like Nancy and Nightmare on Elm Street walking up those stairs that are gooey, okay? That's what it may feel like. But there's a lot of aspects happening, and Mars is out of control, so you'll still feel a lot of activity, okay? It's like the world around you could be like asleep, but you're just like, okay, I gotta do this. This is happening. Oh my gosh, this just happened. I gotta take care of this. They gotta put out this fire. So it's gonna be very, very like that. All right, Aquarius. The good news is Venus is starting to wake up, okay? Venus goes direct on the 3rd, so we absolutely love this. So you are finally going to have a little bit more clarity, a little bit more insight into relationships and partnerships, because Venus has been retrograde basically the entire summer in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, okay? So you will see a lot of activity in that department, whether work, business, enterprise, career, or love and romance, okay? Or just think interpersonal or like one-on-one relationships as well, okay? So it could even be like, if you're looking for a house, it could be a real estate broker. It could be a therapist. It's like what resonates with you, okay? When I say relationships and partnerships, but a lot of it's going to be like, for sure, like love and romance as well. Because you have to remember that Jupiter is in Taurus right now in your 4th house, your domestic sector, your home sector. So it does rule family and children, but also relationships. Okay. So the other thing that, so we've talked about Mars, halfway through the month, the sun is moving into Libra. This is really great because Mars is, the sun is joining Mars, and the sun is all about optimism, and the sun is all about growth and, even resolution. So, it's kind of like keeping an eye on Mars, and we like that. I've been saying, like in every reading, you're having a I love dry sand party, okay? But Mars has shown up with a water gun, so but the sun is there, and the sun is, halfway through the month, and when we get to Libra season, the sun's there, and the sun is just like looking at you like, you got to take care of that, right? So you got a little support. But we'll talk more about sun and Libra when we get to it. The last thing I want you to know is that we have full moon in Aries at the end of the month, okay? So not only do we have this new moon in Virgo mid-month, it's right around the time Mercury goes direct, which is great because by mid-month, there are no inner planets retrograde, okay? Mars, Venus, and Mercury, and those affect us the most because they're inner planets, right? And so they're all direct at this point, so this is really good, right around the time of the new moon in Virgo, again, in your 8th house of death and rebirth transformation. This is going to be a big month for you, Aquarius. It really is. A lot of stuff is going to happen. Okay? Be ready for it. You want it, too. You want it. Oh, my goodness. You want this change. Not going to lie, secrets could be revealed, too, around this time. We'll talk about that later. The other thing is, like I said, full moon in Aries at the end of the month. Now, what I want you to do, Aquarius, I want you to think about what happened for you March 19th. of this year, okay? What were you thinking about? What were some of the things that you were manifesting? What were some of the things that you were trying to, put wheels in motion, right? Because remember, I've always said every full moon has a corresponding new moon. We're going all the way back to March, okay? Now, if you don't journal, go through your Instagram, go through your Facebook, what were you posting around that time? What were you liking around that time? So, just think about it, because you could see a lot of, there could be a lot of conclusion around this time in those matters. There could be a lot of clarity around this time as well. There could be ascension in this time, going the next level. You can also think about April 19th, because this was that unusual year. We had a new moon in Aries back to back. We had one on April 19th, but that was a solar eclipse. And so how whenever we have a new moon, the energy's strong. It lasts for weeks. So it's spilling over into this solar eclipse energy that happened in April. So you can actually think back from between March 19th to the end of April, basically. What were you thinking about? What were you trying to manifest? What were the intentions you were setting? Okay, because again, you may feel some sort of activity around the end of the month around this time, and that is in your third house. Okay, in your third house, communication, a lot of writing again, a lot of creative activity. Okay, creative projects. It's a big thing for y'all. All right, so keep that in mind. Also, rules, siblings, aunts, cousins, uncles, even neighbors, as well as, like I said, long distance travel. And don't forget, 2 months ago, the North Node moved into Aries. So this is going to be a big part of your life, okay, for the next year and a half. The North Node, your destiny, your calling, right? So in that area of your life. Now, every aspect that I just mentioned, it's going to affect Aquarius rising more than Aquarius, but all Aquarius is going to feel it. All Aquarius is going to feel everything that I had just said. Now, even though I said the first 2 weeks is like Jekyll, and then this last 2 weeks are like Hyde. Do I have those flipped? The first 2 weeks are like Hyde. You know what? Whoever's whoever's the doctor is the last 2 weeks. I am filming this while Mercury is retrograde, so we're going to have some moments like that. But what I was going to say is that there are 6 trines this month, including the Sun trining Jupiter on the 8th. So Aquarius, I already want you to mark that on your calendar. That is the best and luckiest day of the year. Okay? Of the month. But it is the best and luckiest day, one of the best and luckiest days of the year, too. So a lot of activity. So even though I said the first 2 weeks, things may be slow, things may be confusing, we're still under the shadow of that full moon in Pisces that happened, where you were questioning a lot of your self-worth. You probably had some activity that had to do with like salary or finances around that time. We're still under the shadow of that as well. So again, the first 2 weeks, really, really interesting, but there's some powerful dynamic days that do happen. And again, if you are new to my channel, not only do I leave all the key astrological dates in the description box after I do your spread, stick around because I break it down week by week. I pull a lot more cards. I let you know what's going on every week, and I break down some of these bigger aspects that are happening. Ooh, and there are some big aspects. There's one I'm saving for later. Ooh, you're gonna like that one. Aquarius, you are not imagining things. I did have an outfit change. No, I'm joking. Mercury decided to start drilling outside my window. While I was recording your video, Mercury was drilling for a long time. Great example of Mercury retrograde causing delays. So it is actually now the next day. You'll see my dog has now joined me, and she is passed out after our Saturday morning WALK. So let's get started. As I was saying, there are some from the where I saw it was cut off. Great aspects this month, even though it is one of those months where things may feel a little slow, a little sludgy, especially with all these retrogrades. But remember, these retrogrades are a really good time to go within, really decide what you want. And some of these aspects that are happening are absolutely amazing. There's one actually at the end of the month that you're gonna love. You're gonna love the third week as well. But in any case, we'll talk about that. After I do your reading, remember to stick around because I break it down week by week, okay? I break it down week by week to give you a little bit more insight what to expect every week this month. Did I mention I can't remember, but on the 8th, the sun trining Jupiter, not only the best day and the luckiest day of the month, mark it in your calendar, September 8th, it is amongst the best and luckiest days of the year. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you, Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, I actually would recommend the moon this month. It is going to be pretty emotional, right? It's going to be there's going to be, we are coming out of the remember we're the first week. Even if it's going to be first 2 weeks, actually, we're going to be under the shadow of that full moon in Pisces, all right, which really had a deep effect on you, okay? Because remember, Saturn was in opposition. Saturn is one of your co-rulers. This was in your second house of money, of salary, of finances, but also self-worth and self-value if you're not here for money or career. But secondly, there's for Venus. Venus is starting to wake up, okay? Venus, and you've had some moments with partnerships and relationships. Venus is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, one-on-one relationships. So I would possibly, if you want more clarity, read for your Venus as well, okay? Because there is going to be a lot of activity, and you will have moments of clarity. We have a Venus square Jupiter again, the third one. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Again, I will break these down toward the end of the reading, give you a little bit more insight on what you can expect, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you for September 2023. Okay, so Aquarius, like I said earlier, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. It really does give the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, this time of day, the only time I can do your reading on the weekends, the sun hits the table at a way where it is, you may not be able to see it, but I will bring all the cards up to the screen. Aquarius, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing really well. It's really funny because I was thinking the other day, I saw something online, and it's like, you know how like some cities like have that slogan, like keep Austin weird and keep Portland weird. I always think of Aquarius. I'm like, it was an Aquarius that wrote that. Anyway, I am an Aquarius, so I'm a proud Aquarius, and oh gosh, I'm speaking of Mercury retrograde. I meant to. Anyway, Mercury retrograde. Here we go. Then, so you are actually good. Okay, you're good. This is a great month for you. There's gonna be a lot of. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna be going through some things, but you need to just. Don't be in your head too much, okay? Don't be in your head too much. Aquarius, you have a tendency to do that. You're all up here. You're an air sign. Really depends on your rising too, which could really amplify that. But let's go ahead and get started. You did get the Hierophant, okay? Hierophant came in your past. What I love about this is that a lot of y'all have been going within. A lot of y'all have been having those deeply introspective, tapping with your higher self moments. Really, really just, these retrogrades were doing that for you, okay? It was giving you that space to really go within, to really ask those big questions. But not only that, but also, how can I be a better version of myself and spread that wisdom to other people as well? I mean, that is what the Hierophant is. Secondly, as you know, as I have said in your previous readings, Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus, okay? They have been Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018. So a lot of y'all have moved, okay? Let's get that clear. Some of y'all have moved twice, okay? Maybe got new roommates, maybe had a baby, maybe had, got into new relationships since that time. But Jupiter joined Uranus back in May. Okay, so some of y'all are definitely moving. Some of y'all may be moving dramatically into like another city or another country. And some of y'all may be also moving in with partners or thinking about moving in with partners or moving out with partners. But either way, the reason I bring that up is because you got the Hierophant, who is Taurus. Okay, this card is attributed to Taurus. All right, so even though he is the very deeply spiritual, the connector between the divine and our physical reality, our physical realm, he is filled with that deep sacred knowledge and wisdom. This is the first card in the major arcanas where other people appear. You see the monks, right? So when you have that deep sacred knowledge, you don't hold it within. It comes out, okay? So a lot of y'all, it will have to do with relationships. A lot of y'all, it will have to do with home matters, okay, and family and children. But hey, more power to you. You are wise at this point. You are wise AF, okay? If that's a thing that people still say. I don't even know. Do people still say that? But you see the two pillars that he's between. They're gray into his wisdom. And so this is really great, okay? There could have been also you having a lot of possibly being really more connected to your spirituality and having a little bit more like divination in your life. You know, Aquarians, it's really funny because Aquarians, like one of the traits of Aquarius is, you know how like Pisces are known to be like the most psychic. Well, Aquarians are known to be like the best, like really into astrology. And so there could have been like a lot of y'all like really learning more about that and seeing how it influences your life. But anyway, let's get, that's still amazing, okay? Really amazing because you're moving into the September with all this, the Hierophant came in your past, okay? Really having this, you know, just feeling empowered with wisdom, okay? Feeling wise, feeling that you can actually be an influential person to other people as well. And for a lot of y'all, there could have been someone influential that came into your life and really just gave you all that wisdom as well. Really like open your eyes to things, okay? Again, a lot of these can be things from the past, people from the past that came back into your life with all these retrogrades, especially Mercury retrograde, all right? I wouldn't be surprised. Aquarius, you tell me, okay? Have people come back into your life that you haven't heard from in a long time? For me, I can't even count the number of people on my hands from work and friends, and it's so crazy. It is so insane. And so they make me think about those times in my life where I was really passionate about something and I completely like forgot it, and it just brought that spark back, and I really love that. So keep that in mind. People come back into your life for a reason. Now, you did get the 7 of Wands in the heart of your spread. Aquarius, good for you. Good for you. You're not taking any you're putting your foot down, okay? Now, a big thing that's happening for you, remember what I said, Saturn is in Pisces, okay? For you for the next 2 years, and that is all about self-worth. That's all about self-value. And then also you have to remember with the fact that with Mars in Libra in your 9th house, that is also spirituality. So I love the fact that the Hierophant is coming up. We're kicking off the month with the Hierophant, but it is still you. Hey, you've achieved a lot at this point. You've achieved a lot, especially coming after the Hierophant. Yes, really great sign. Now it's time for you to stand your ground. Do not let do not let anyone rock your kayak. Keep that balance, all right? There are things that you want. There are things you're going to get. It is clear as day. Now, the 7 of Wands comes after the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is victory, success, achievement. So what happens when you are successful? People come after you. People come after you. And it's your time. It's your job to fight them off, to defend them off, okay? This is that Mars in Libra aspect, right? Mars is causing all this aggressive things. Could be like actually people, it could be colleagues coming after you. Maybe you got a promotion that they wanted. It could be even like family related, people that you're not seeing eye to eye with, a partner or with children right now, but standing your ground. This is your reading, Aquarius. This is your life, and these are your passions. Defend them. This card is all about valor, okay? It's all about valor. If you take the etymological root of valor, we're going to Old French, okay? It's valor. Do you like my accent, by the way? So what it meant back then was worth, was value. So draw a line in the sand this month. It looks like this is a month where you may be in defense mode, like a lot of people coming after you because you are starting to become successful in areas of your life. Okay, a lot of, especially with your passions, especially with career. But whatever resonates with you this month, do not let anything like slip through the cracks. All right, these retrogrades again, especially Mercury retrograde in Virgo. Huge thing, okay? Huge. Remember I said it's just really having these deeply introspective and really identifying issues, challenges, things that you want to correct, right? Things, correcting course at this point and seeing it through. And then, around that time, mid-month, that new moon in Virgo, boom. You're gonna see, a different direction. All right, but again, 7 of Wands in the heart of your spread, really defending everything that you've worked for. Now, you did get the 4 of Swords. Hello, in your challenge area. So this is great. I love the 4 of Swords. But it's come up in your challenge area. This card is all about meditation. It's all about recovery. It's all about, that equilibrium, right? Up here, especially for you. Like I said earlier, a lot may be going on up here this month for you. This is having that equilibrium, okay? So this is you, because it's in your challenge area, asking. It's like the universe saying, listen, you're going to have some moments where you are going to really have to fight for the things that you want and not let anyone take anything away from you, especially the things that you've earned, okay? But also, calm the mind, okay? It's going to help you because especially when it comes up in your challenge area. And this is indicating to me also that you will have a lot more clarity around mid-month, and even more what do you call it? Feeling a little bit more empowered, okay? But again, with the 4 of Swords in your challenge area, this card is ruled by Libra, by the way. So remember I said Mars is in Libra. That's going to have a really big impact on you. It's you have to keep that balance, okay? And it starts all up here, okay? It starts all up here, all right? So have those calm, peaceful, namaste, like those moments, okay? Just keep it cool. Stay frosty, okay? Stay frosty. Be alert. But also spend some time just relaxing, okay? Spend some time just really calming the mind, all right? Because it did come up in your challenge area. You can literally not see any of this because of the sun. I'm going to go like that. Yeah. All right. So that's just saying, again, your mind could be going like a million miles a minute. Have some stillness. It's going to help. You did get the 8 of Cups in your crown, all right? So it looks like you do definitely want to, thinking you will in September, think about leaving something behind, something that doesn't serve you well, all right? And again, if you add up everything that's happening, Venus just waking up, you having this just like little moments of clarity. Speaking of the sun that just broke through, think about that, okay? It's almost like with Venus retrograde for pretty much all summer, it's like there was all these clouds when it came to partnerships and relationships. But now with Venus waking up, there's like a break in the cloud, okay? And the sun, that you see like a sliver of sunlight. So you're getting like a little bit more clarity throughout the month, all right? So this is 8 of Cups. So it is really saying that there is something that you do want to leave behind because you know something is better for you, or something just may not be working. And it could be like a bittersweet moment. It could be why you're in your head so much. Interestingly enough, this card is attributed to Saturn in Pisces, which is in your second house of money, finances. So it could be a lot of career that could resonate with you, all right? Or finances, or a lot of money money stuff. You could be thinking about changing jobs, could be thinking about doing something to supplement your income. It really is, but just you, again, cups are emotions, feelings. Go with your gut. Trust your intuition. What is not serving you well? What do you want to move toward? If there's something like on your path to enlightenment that you actually see like really clearly, it's like a mirage in the desert, but it's actually something real. Okay. The other thing is with the Eight of Cups in your crown, it really, really could be a relationship. It really could be a relationship with Venus waking up, Venus having been retrograde, but also now going direct in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Okay, so keep that in mind, and that can be work or career or love, work or love. Now, you did get strength. All right, I really love this for you. I love that you did get strength in the root of your spread. All right, so when I talk about relationships, I'm not like, come on, this is a big. First of all, Mars is in Libra. Libra is the native ruler of the seventh house of partnerships and relationships. You just got strength, which is ruled by Leo. Venus is in Leo in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So again, partnerships and relationships may be a big theme for you this month, where you have a little bit more insight, where you have a little, like a light bulb moment, like the finger in the air, aha. I get it, because Mercury retrograde in Virgo has been really helping me see these things. Mercury retrograde in Virgo is in your eighth house of death and rebirth and cycles and transformations and whatnot. And again, other people's money too. So you see how money is going to be a big thing for y'all because it's not only salary, but when I say other people's money, that could be your partner's income. It could be inheritance. It could be investments. It can be bonuses, commissions, even debts, paying off debts. But even still, it is like an awakening, and you having the strength to go through with it, okay, to really, really feel empowered. There are moments of big empowerment aspects that are happening this month as well. Again, we'll talk about that after your spread when I pull more cards for you. But strength, okay? So remember how I said earlier, you may be up here a lot. Go here. Remember, put a lot of emotions into things and your feelings, but also heart. This is what, listen, speaking of etymology, I do this a lot. Strength is all about that inner courage, right? Courage, break it down. Let's go all the way back to Latin, okay? Courage comes from core, K-O-R, okay? Literally at the time meant heart. So courage comes from heart, okay? Corazon in Spanish. I mean, you need to open up your heart. Open up your heart this month. You're going to find that. And ask yourself, where do I find that courage? Where do I find strength? Okay? That can be anything. You ask yourself, I mean, do you believe in God? Do you believe in the universe? Do you believe in your children? Where do you find that source of strength? Because tap into that energy now. All right? That's going to set wheels in motion. And, it is all about that frequency and raising your energy levels and your frequency. I say it all the time. Emotions are neutral. Okay? Emotions are flat. They're flatly neutral. It's the energy. It's the energy that you put toward these emotions that put them in motion. All right. That is a big thing that I want you to be the biggest takeaway. It's the emotion that is actually the energy of, it's the experience of the energy that's moving through your body. It's that frequency that I always talk about, raising your energy levels. All right. So I really love this for you. I absolutely love this for you because there is a sense of so much empowerment here. Look, you have the Eight of Cups in your crown, finding the willpower, the passion to move forward from something that is not serving you well. And again, it can be bittersweet, but at least you're moving forward. You have the Seven of Wands in the heart of your spread. You're saying, no, my friend, I earned this. You are not. No, this is mine. So this Mars in Libra can really try to sway your kayak, and you got to keep it balanced. So, but also just kind of thwart any challenges that may come your way. And with Mars and Libra, they might, okay. It can be a skill for some Aquarians. It'll be like, a 1 or a 2. It depends on how you control it, how you take like ownership of it, right? That's what I said. But definitely have some moments to just go within, all right? You did get the Hierophant, all right? So this is really great, and now you have strength. You're and Aquarius. Hello. Hi. Aquarius, come on. Come on. I'm gonna tell you a little secret here. I've done the majority of the readings at this point. And I can tell you right now, September, there has been very few aces. I'm just going to leave it at that. You got the Ace of Wands in your future. So, you feel empowered. You don't let anyone, you don't slip up. You draw a line in the sand. You don't let anyone manipulate you. You don't let anyone take anything away from you. You stand your ground, and you protect all your passions, and you know that and this is really putting your foot on the ground now, okay? And you're good. And then the universe, do you see the hand of spirit offering you this ace, the biggest ace in tarot, okay? This is, again, aces usher in the most, out of the minor arcanas, the most new change, new opportunity, new journey too, okay? New journey too. Now, wands, your passions, ideas, creativity, anything that you've been wanting to launch or think about. Listen, after the new moon though, okay? And Virgo, just please, all right? But there is something that is coming in, okay? There is like a new job offer. Wands are work related too, work, enterprise, career, jobs. You do see all those seeds or leaves, leaves coming out of the wand. So it's really like there is something new that's coming through, and it's going to be very auspicious, and it's going to be something that you look forward to. And if you're not here again for like work or career, it's something that you're passionate about, something that you've been working so hard on, something that you're just so proud of, something that you won't let anyone or anything, take it from you. All right, take it out of your hands. It's like you earned it. Okay. This is really great. You have the Ace of Wands in your future, and this is saying something new is coming through for you this month. Again, it could be career related if you're looking for that. All right. With the fact that Mercury will be in Virgo, but we have that new moon in Virgo in your 8th house, which is deeply transformative. All right. So this is going to be something big. All right. Secondly, it could be definitely something money as well, okay? Other people's money, other people's resources, but even still, it could just be career. Anyway, this is amazing. You can expect something really gorgeous, amazing, new to come into your life, something that you're really passionate about. Plant those seeds. Take some action too, okay? It looks like you will be with the 7 of Wands and the Hierophant. I'm looking across your cross. Take some action toward the things that you want. Always be doing that. Do it every day, okay? Don't just expect things to just happen for you. You have to take action. But with Mercury in retrograde in Virgo, I know you are. I know you are, Aquarius. So I'm good for you. I'm happy for you. But it does like you're leaving something behind for something new to come through. Now, let's get to your stuff. Aquarius, you're amazing. If you like this reading, by the way, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from Team Aquarius. Y'all, and if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I really wouldn't be here without you, so I am truly grateful, and I do appreciate it. So, thanks so much. Aquarius, now, did I just clap? I just clapped for you. Oh my gosh. You're good. You're really good. Look at you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's get started. You got the Queen of Wands, okay? So, yeah, you're good. you keep your eyes on the prize. Don't get distracted. Don't get lose focus. Keep that kayak balanced, okay? Don't let Mars come into your I love dry sand party with a water gun, okay? You're good here. Queen of Wands, the entrepreneur, okay? Not only that, she is like that charismatic, that very, I always say, like, think of any celebrity like Jennifer Aniston, okay, who is an Aquarius. She can walk into a room and get whatever she wants. Like the Queen of Wands, she has the power to attract everything that she wants. You do see that not only does she have the sunflower in her hand, which has the full powers of the sun. It represents the sun, okay? Vitality, growth, abundance, optimism. You also see the sunflowers in her throne, okay? Which is very amazing, all right? You also see that, the black cat. A lot of people ask about that black cat. It's really interesting. It really depends on, like, the entire spread here, but that black cat is not only you being in touch with your shadow self, which is always great, because it's like once you're in touch with your shadow self, you're good. You got no fears, you got nothing to worry about. But also, you have to remember, look at you see the pyramids in the background here. You have to remember, back, if you're into Egyptian mythology or just history, cats had so much power, they were worshipped. This is a lot of power here, all right? So anyway, and I know that black cats have like superstition wise, it's like bad luck. Come on, don't even. But this is amazing. And when I say she's the entrepreneur, she really is. And she is Aries. And and Aries, as we know, the Aries moved into, your North Node moved into Aries. And then we do have that full moon in Aries at the end of the month. So keep that in mind. And that is in your third house of like communication and writing and, a lot of other things. We'll talk about it later. But this is just saying that you can have whatever you want. You just keep your energy levels high. This thing that you want is coming through. Remember, you have the Seven of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands, and now you got the Queen of Wands, okay? So go out there and be magnetic. And in order to be magnetic, you got to have high energy, okay? If you got low energy, nobody's going to want to. It's like if you go to a party and there's someone like dancing and laughing and having a good time and doing their hands in the air like I am. I'm not going to do that anymore. You're going to go over to that person versus the person in the corner in the shadow, like this, right? And not looking at anyone and probably like cursing at everybody, like low energy over here versus high energy, right? So you want to do the same thing. You want to be very high energy, have that charisma of the magnetism of the Queen of Wands, okay? But looking at your entire spread, it looks like you will, as long as you don't get too much up here, okay? Now, you're good. You just got justice. What's really funny about this month is that I thought the Justice card would come up a lot more because Justice is Libra, okay? Yeah, and this is really significant with Mars and Libra. Very significant with Mars and Libra. You're fine. You're good. I mean, justice will be served. So it's almost like if there's been things that you've been fighting for, things that have been really hard for you, you're really coming into your own, and there's so much karmic energy involved with justice, right? It's like you cashing in your karma points now. All right, so this is absolutely amazing. This is also showing me like your entire spread here. You're going to be able to handle this Mars and Libra energy really well. Again, just try not to go in your head too much, but you're going to be fine. Remember, just really go. I feel that you are going to be like pretty like going within, but I really love the Justice card. It sits right in the middle, okay? Right in the middle of the major arcanas, 11, okay? So there's that balance already. And so here's the big thing. Everything that you've done up until this point she sits in the middle, so it's kind of like between it's like the present, right? Everything that you've done up to this point, remember we're talking about karma, is what you can expect right now to like have an influence on your future. And so it looks like you're in a really good place. You've really earned your karma points here. This is absolutely amazing. And, you know, with her being 11, it's really interesting because it really does refer back to not only the magician and the high priestess, because with the magician, you know, the same. First of all, you can see how symmetrical this card is. Speaking of balance, but just the way that the judge is sitting is very similar to the magician. And then remember, in the high priestess card, you see the veil. Okay, and so I absolutely love this. You have to like kind of like connect the two, but you're going to be absolutely fine with the justice card appearing in your external factors area. It's like you're going to be good. Okay, you're going to be good. You may have a lot of big questions this month. A lot of big questions about what's the next step. What, you know, I feel a little lost, or what do I do about this? But at the same time, you're going to have a lot of clarity. All right. So I want you to know actions have consequences, and that's why the judge is here. And so again, like I said, looking at your entire spread, it looks like you're going to be 1,000% fine. I mean, again, you have the Strength card, you have the Hierophant, you have the Ace of Wands, Seven of Wands in the heart of your spread. The only thing is, with the Four of Wands, really just connect spiritually, okay? And just, if you're going to go up here, go to your pineal gland, all right? Go to your pineal gland. Oh, bring that awareness. You want that divine awareness, but I love the fact that the Justice, oh my, like, I can't believe this. And then also, hey, you got the Death card, okay? You are definitely 1,000% going to have, here's the thing. You want it. You want it, Aquarius. You want change in your life. You're getting it this month, and it's amazing, all right? Remember what I said. Mercury in Virgo, sure, retrograde for the first 2 weeks, but Mercury will be in Virgo still for the last 2 weeks, okay? That is your 8th house of death and rebirth and transformation. You just pulled the card of transformation. This is where it sits in your spread. It is saying this is what you want the most. You are ready for this next life cycle. You are ready for this next stage in your life. You're ready to step up. You're ready to go. You're ready for these big changes. You're saying, universe, I've done everything I can. Bring it. Bring it. All right. I want it. You're going to get it. Ace of Wands in your future with a Justice card. You're good. Aquarius, you're good. I'm very happy for you. And then you do have the 10 of Swords in your final outcome. So I really actually love this in your final outcome, even though it does look like a very grim card. It's just, it's more like a reminder. Listen, you are definitely going to go through some up here. And that's why I say, try to have that stillness, that equilibrium, that state of mind, all right? And really tap into your spiritual side as well, because this is indicating that not only will there be a possibility of things that have happened that have been challenging, and they could still be very challenging in September. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be one of those months, but it is 10. 10 is the end. 10 equals 1. New beginning that comes after you learn from everything that you've gone through. Should there be challenges, okay? Whether in relationships, whether in career, whether in even personal identity, what do I want? Whether with family, whether with your children. You can see this young man here completely impelled by these swords. You have to think of these swords as aligning the chakras, okay? And one thing, because you have to learn. You have to learn from everything that you've gone through in order to move forward, okay? So I'm going to point something out here. 2 actually things that are kind of really, I don't want to use the word mind-blowing, but it's going to be like, did that really just happen? First, his hand gesture, remember, this is in your final outcome. Same hand gesture as a Hierophant, okay? So the fact that we started off with a Hierophant, this is kind of like it's kind of like a journey within a journey that you're spread, which is very interesting. But that's blessings. Okay. So it's almost like a blessing in disguise because it's all over. Everything's over now. Any challenges that you've gone through, any really hard moments, you'll never have to go through them again. As long as you learn, as long as you ask the question. So if there has been something that has been like really hard for you, and then it ends, don't just be like, whew, thank God that's over, right? Actually ask yourself, why did that happen? Why did the universe make me go through that? What is it that I had to learn from that? And once you have the answer, then you'll feel a lot better. You'll have that sense of freedom. You'll feel that you can enter this next chapter a lot easier, like in your life. Okay, so always learn from the things, just so that you don't have to go through them again. Anything that was like really hard for you. The second thing that I was going to point out, remember I said that you have to consider these swords as aligning your chakras. Again, this is a card of new dawn. These dark clouds are clearing. The sun is coming through. All of this will be over. You never have to go through it again as long as you learn from everything that has been challenging and ask yourself the questions. But remember, you have the Four of Swords in your challenge area. Well, remember I said, think of these swords as aligning your chakras because Four of Swords was in your challenge area. Look at these three swords. Look at where they're pointing to. The heart chakra, the throat chakra, the crown chakra. So this is a month where you're going to be, you have to go within and open up and align your chakras, okay? And if that's not like a thing for you, or if you're not into that, it really is just saying, again, open up your heart. Remember, you got strength in the root of your spread, okay? Open your heart. Do not be like, okay? Keep your heart open this month, okay? Have that love, okay? For not only for people in your life, but for yourself as well. Communicate the things that you need, the things that you want. Be heard. Be heard. All right, Aquarius? Lastly, crown chakra. Up here, what did I say about that pineal gland? All right, just really have that divine awareness, okay? Just be aware, okay? Stay frosty. Be aware, all right? Okay, whoever can tell me what movie that's from, again, y'all, without Googling it, that's cheating. Then you get a sticker. You get a, what do Aquarians like? You get to go back in time to the 90s, to the grunge era. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you for every week that's happening. As I promised, I break it down week by week. I do this in addition to your weekly readings, just to give you a little heads up, okay? Now, first week of September, Venus does go direct, all right? Venus is waking up. Sleeping Beauty's waking up. That's on the 3rd. On the 4th, Mercury is trining Jupiter. This is an amazing day. I talked more about this. Again, I'll leave the link up at the end of this video or somewhere. I did a video on what all 12 signs can expect during Mercury retrograde in Virgo. It's a good one. And Mercury retrogrades affect every sign differently. Okay. So Mercury is actually retrograde while it's trining Jupiter. So it's a good time to go back to, like, for instance, if you're traveling, go somewhere that was deeply nostalgic for you, okay? Maybe it's like that Waffle House that you had your first date, or maybe it's I don't know, like your family like beach spot in Savannah, Georgia, whatever it is. But there could this is a time where you could hear good news. Now, Jupiter does go retrograde on that same day, which is very interesting. I don't want you to freak out. This is obviously, we'll talk about this more during the weekly readings, okay? This is going to be till the end of the year. It just means that Jupiter's not going to have the full powers that it usually does because it's in a weakened state. But with it being retrograde, you could find luck and prosperity in other areas of your life. It's really interesting how that happens, all right? So I've been saying, it's summer now, or in the northern, it's hot now here in Brooklyn, and come wintertime, when I put on my winter coat, I could find like a $20,000 bill that I forgot. I was like, oh, You know, like, remember those? You know, you have those moments where you find money that you in a jacket. It's just like that, like those kind of things, but in very different ways for again, every Aquarius is different. Sun conjuncting Mercury, so again, we have a major Kazemi. We'll talk about that in the weekly reading. That's huge. That's huge. And then, of course, that same week on the 8th, Sun trining Jupiter, best day of the month of the year. One of the luckiest, best days of the year. All right. Very optimistic, all about overcoming setbacks, challenges. You already got that up here. Well, you got it all through your spread here, basically. I'm not even going to, like, come on. So I really love that aspect. Let's see what's going on for you, Aquarius, for the first week of... Sorry, that was half the stack. Hello, good morning, Saturday morning. Let's see what's going on for you for the first week of September. Interesting, right? So, the moon in tarot is actually ruled by Pisces. The first week of September, what did I say? We're still under the umbrella of that full moon in Pisces. It happened at the end of August, so we're going to feel it the most, the first week of September. So this is a good time to, like I've said, don't spend too much time up here. You need to, right? This is spending a lot of like time up here. This is your subconscious. This is you. First is the moon, okay? So really, again, get in touch with your intuitive side. If there's anything that is coming up that you're anxious about, or really maybe about your future, first, you know you're good. You have the Ace of Wands in your future. You have the Ten of Swords in your final outcome, indicating a new beginning once you learn from any challenges that have happened. And this is the end of this cycle. You're entering this new cycle in your life. But with the moon coming up, this full moon, right, in the first week of September, really have those moments to really go within. Really go within, trust your intuition. You even see the hermit's face in the moon, okay? So really doing that deep dive, doing some soul searching, and then you'll be able to face any fears. And don't be afraid of facing fears. That's what life is. Sometimes you have to be really uncomfortable to become really comfortable, all right? And with all these retrogrades, again, especially with Mercury retrograde in your 8th house of transformation, oh my goodness, it is a good time to identify things that maybe you're like, I'm afraid of this. Ask yourself why. Why are you afraid of it? Once you have the answer, you can have a solution. So you are that crayfish. You need to get past the towers. You'll be fine, okay? So don't let anything prohibit you from going after everything that you want, your path to enlightenment, okay? But again, it may be an emotional start, okay? Because we are in the shadow of that full moon. And then when Venus goes direct, it's like, it's kind of like tremors. And then it's like, okay, now she's like waking up a little bit. Some of y'all will feel a little bit of that. But again, it is a great week. It's a powerful week. And it is a week that will allow you to really go within at this point, okay? Really go within and take advantage of the 8th, the sun trining Jupiter. Again, best, luckiest day of the month. My hands are just dropping all the cards now. Okay, so... so really just have, and that is also a day where you could have this breakthrough of your own, especially because it's coming right after the Mercury Kazemi. That's like huge light bulb moment. That's huge breakthrough. That's huge like moment of clarity. So again, use those to your advantage. Now, the second week, I threw the 14. Okay, so we have the new moon in Virgo. Again, very exciting for you, all right? Especially because Uranus, your co-ruler, is super harmonious right now, okay? With this new moon. And also, Pluto, here's the thing. Pluto is in your 12th house. You know that, right? Of the subconscious, of dreams, of intuition, of, facing your fears, all right? So I'm not surprised this is coming up, but with your entire spread here, Pluto is going to be pretty active, especially the third week, but take this time. You could be in your head a lot, but again, like I said, really go within on it into more of an emotional level, spiritual level. All right. So the second week we have that new moon in Virgo, which again, what I was saying about Pluto, Pluto is actually on his best behavior this day. Really good alignment, and then Uranus is very harmonious. Uranus, your co-ruler, so a lot of surprises. Okay, good surprises. But what's amazing about this is the day after the Sun is trining Uranus, trining, very harmonious, one of the most harmonious aspects. So Uranus, again, your co-ruler, and in your fourth house. So a lot of this could have to do with like home, family matters. You could hear good news about home or family, or your children, or even your partner, but anything that has to do with your domestic sector. Oh my goodness, like really, really great time. And then Mercury goes direct, all right? And then we do have another Venus square Jupiter. This is our third one. So it's almost like, think about you kind of like, metaphorically, like you bumping in, like you, like kind of like bumping into a door that you want to open and it won't open. Like, in those movies, like those cop movies, they like rah into the door until it opens. Like this is like kind of like this is possibly the week that door opens for you. So keep that in mind. And again, it may have to do with relationships, okay? May have to do with relationships, but also something that may have to do with home matters. But at the end of the day, it is a Venus-Jupiter square. So treat yourself. Treat yourself for having come this far, all right? Do what you need to do to order that second scoop of ice cream. You're going to be fine. Make it chocolate, whatever your favorite cup flavor is. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you, Aquarius, for the second week of September. Yes, you got the Six of Swords. You're fine. You're good. This is actually attributed to Mercury in Aquarius, so this is an Aquarius card. But and I don't know, this is so funny because this is the card that my channel is named after. The tarot ship it was inspired by the Six of Swords. So this is moving forward from any challenges now. You see the turbulent water on my finger? All those challenges, obstacles, all that hardship that you may have been going through. Well, look at where you're going. There is no undulation in the sea. You're in the Maldives now, baby. That's you. It's like smooth sailing from this point forward. Especially up here. Remember, the swords are the mental suit. Okay, so it is logic, intellect, but it's just up here. So you also mentally moving forward from things that have been like really hard for you, but there's a lot of protection here. You see the ferryman with his family actually standing over his family, a lot of protection. You even see the swords in front of the boat, a lot of protection. Like you're good. You're good. The second week, you can expect to just, things are finally like you're moving forward from anything, from this full moon activity to, all right? So again, you're moving in the right direction here. Now, third week of September, you have, this is a day we have the Sun trining Pluto. This is a very powerful day. Again, trines are super harmonious, but you have Pluto. Very, very the planet of transformation. There's a lot going on with Pluto, okay? And we'll talk about this more in the weekly, when I do the weekly reading. It could be a really intense day, I'm not gonna lie, especially because it is Pluto, which is very intense, and again, that's in your 12th house, the subconscious. This is happening while the Sun is in Virgo, and so the reason why it could be a really intense day for you is because remember, that's transformation, death and rebirth. So, and then Pluto does rule. The death card is ruled by Scorpio, and Pluto is the ruling planet. So anyway, it could be a very intense day for you. But the day after, when I say intense day, like empowerment, you having this like huge surge of empowerment. But 23rd, Sun is moving into Libra. We also have the autumn equinox here in the northern hemisphere. We'll talk about this more in in the weekly reading, but this is when, you're going to just have a lot more, I feel, more clarity with the way things are going in your life. And then remember, Sun in Libra is joining Mars in Libra. So Mars with the water gun at your I love dry sand party, right? The Sun is there now, all right? So it's kind of like, the monitor. He sees Mars acting up and he's looking at you, Aquarius. He's like, you might want to take care of that. So it's really good to have the Sun come through, okay, around this point. So with that said, let's see what's going on for you for the third week of September. Come on. You're good. Yeah, it's so funny. You know that, well, if you're not a subscriber, the King of Swords is Aquarius. Kings are fixed, and then swords are air. So you're the fixed air sign, okay? The King of Swords shows up pretty much in every single reading of yours. It's so crazy. I don't think he came up last week, but he comes up a lot. But this is when I say like that sense of empowerment. Boom, there you go. Okay, this is the only king that looks directly at you. He has nothing to hide. He's faced all his truths. Best of all, no one can hide anything from this king. This is the king that I always say. Think about the medieval times. If you were summoned by this king, this is the king that would make your knees shake. This is power. This is authority. This is having your head above the clouds. This is you having that, being just very clever, very strategic, stunning, but I wouldn't be surprised if the King of Swords was a member of Mensa, okay? Let's keep it that way, but very headstrong, all right? Very headstrong. Now, coming after the Six of Swords, major. So when I say, you're going to have a lot more clarity, remember I made that reference earlier, the clouds and then, the sun kind of... It's now all the clouds are clearing for you, Aquarius, and all the sunlight's coming through, and you're seeing things, and you're feeling empowered, and a lot of changes are happening in your life. But this is you taking charge. In fact, I'm going to show you something here. You see his sword is tilted. He's gotten to the place where he's just like, okay, he is ready to strike. He's ready to strike, okay, at any time now. So... you do you, but take your action. Take any actions you need to take to bring that balance into your life, to make everything a lot more, think about just being in, I don't know, if you ended up in, some jungle and you have that machete, you have to break through you have to chop, 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 chop. So do that too. Remember, it's still with Mars. It's you taking action. It's you taking action. All right. So last week of, where are we here? Last week of September, Mercury is trining Jupiter for the second time. And again, I am leaving all the key dates in the description box for you if you want to just read more about it. But this is amazing. This is when really great day for business deals. This is, again, you could hear really good news. You could get really good positive news. You could also be the one that's sharing really good news. Okay. So remember, Jupiter is in your fourth house. Some of y'all could have babies or find out you're pregnant. You could hear great news about, a child of yours that's going out that got a huge award or, became or maybe just big news, it's Mercury. It's Mercury, and Mercury is no longer retrograde. And then we have that full moon in Aries. Okay. Now I'm not going to lie. Full moons are really emotional, right? And they bring a lot of closure to things at the end of things. And you clearly are already going through this new cycle. All right. So, and they are cycles. And like I said earlier, think about what happened for you March 21st, okay, or April 19th when we had those new moons in Aries, all right, because they're all cycles. There's a corresponding new moon. What were you thinking about? What were you trying to manifest? What were you doing around that time? Because you may see some activity around this time. And again, Venus is squaring Uranus, so another breakthrough moment. But a lot of a lot of things happening because the day after Mercury's trining Uranus. This is a major week. This is a really big major week. But what I love about this is that Venus at this point has pretty much woken up, okay? She's had her coffee, she's put on her makeup, she's, you know, wearing her really nice outfit, and Mars is like, oh, hello, Venus, right? So we kind of like things are like cool with Mars now because like Venus is there. So I actually really love this. I love this full moon. I love it. It could be a really good time for relationships for y'all. It could be a really good time for relationships. So, with that said, let's see what's going on for you, Aquarius, for the last week of September. You're good. I want you to. I just want you to. I want Aquarius. I want you to just let this. Just shh. Give me. Just let it soak in. Okay. You just got the Nine of Cups. This is the wish come true card. This is a card of satisfaction. This is a card of feeling good. This is the card of, I say it's the genie in a bottle energy. You can even see the man here sitting like a genie in a bottle with the cups aligned over his head. That's a lot of enlightenment, but in a way where what I love about your reading, remember you have the Seven of Wands in the heart of your spread. And now this is your wish come true. So something that you had wished for is coming true, especially with the Ace of Wands in your future. Okay. And there you go. There you go. And it's almost like, just be proud of yourself. Be very proud of yourself of having this moment. And it's just, even with this card, look at him. It's almost as if he's showing off his cups like they're trophies. Be very proud of yourself, Aquarius. I'm going to start crying. Don't do that, Aquarius. So you're definitely going through a journey this month. It is an absolutely amazing journey. You're so rewarded. It's everything that you've worked for. You're going to be rewarded. Okay. I just noticed the time. I'm sorry. I went way over. But again, you have the Ace of Wands in your future, the Ten of Swords in your final outcome. Something's coming. You're going through this new cycle. You want it so bad. You have justice with the Ace of Wands. You've really earned your karma. Because you've really, really stood up for the thing. You wouldn't let anyone take control of you, manipulate you. You've got this. And then you see this journey here from the full moon to the Nine of Cups. You moving forward, you having that like boom mental clarity, but to a point where you have so much power, so much authority, even in like decisions. But in the end, you have the dream come true, the wish come true card. Aquarius, you're amazing. This is one of your best months. Be very proud of yourself, and thank you for allowing me to have my outfit change here, Aquarius. If you are again, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and if you are a subscriber, you're amazing. Thanks so much. Oh my gosh. And the other thing is, don't forget Susan King. I have my first guest. She's an intuitive. She's one of the most like I'm not gonna lie, she's like world renowned. Okay, she's had a show. She like anyway. So that's on Saturday, on Sunday the 10th. So join that because she's going to be talking about intuition, how to work with your intuition, why it's important, tips like and things that you can do, but also because she is an intuitive counselor, she will be doing like just for people that are, you have to be top 3 member in my membership to join the live session, but she is going to do like what like psychic, it's the closest thing that I can like describe it as, but like psychic readings for people that are part of the session, which is gonna be really fun. She's told me a lot of things, and like everything she said is totally come true. But it is more about like that intuitive side. So definitely, even if you can't make it or join, again, you have to be a top 3 member in my membership thing. It's still going to be recorded and you can watch it after. But anyway, thanks again, Aquarius. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.